Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Feed the Beast. So, I got quite a few responses there on my last video asking for some advice on what to do, and got some good suggestions. One of which was to build a chicken farm in the sky, which I'm not going to do right now, but I think that might be the next thing I'll do. I got a request to use from the last video when I was working with the bees. It was suggested that I use routers instead of the pipes and crap because, well, we all know how wonderful they are. So I'm like, that would be cool. And then as a follow-up suggestion to that suggestion, it was requested that I do kind of a tutorial on routers. And since I'd only played with routers a little bit, I thought that was really good. So, this is going to be all about routers. Now, one thing to mention before we get started on anything is the Feed the Beast mod pack has just been updated. So I have just updated the server and the clients and done my little tweaks that I do, which is mostly just disabling a lot of the GregTech nerfing. So there might be some hiccups. I'm not sure. Currently, it seems to be a little laggier than it was. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. But, like, frames are still about the same. Just the movement, it just seems a little wonky. But what we need to do is let's head over to our little section of hell. So what we need for all of this stuff is we need a router, which is simply dark iron, which I think we all know how to make dark iron. You know, take iron blocks and burn it with a wrath fire using a wrath igniter or what I had set up in... Actually, it's still there in the old factory area. Oh, want it in here. So it's just 6 dark iron, an Eye of the Ender, Ender Pearl, and an egg. I don't get the egg. The egg just seems kind of random to me. But it kind of goes along with the theme of a lot of these other items. Like the bandwidth upgrade. This, I believe, increases the amount of items it can handle. Basically, it means that it can do a stack at a time. Or... no. Yeah, this is a stack at a time. The thoroughness upgrade is it will basically complete filling an inventory before it moves on to the next. By default, a router will just vomit items in. Let's go over here. I think I've got some barrels here. So for example, we'll just set up a little bit there. And let's make 10 of these just because we can. No kill like overkill, right? Do we have cobble yet? We don't. So red cobble will have to do. So we've got the router. And it will just go one at a time, going that. It just kind of zips through. It doesn't matter what inventory it is. It can be a barrel. It can be a chest. doesn't make a lick of difference. So if we do that, next pass, did it go through it all already? Yes, it did. So now it starts up there. And it doesn't try to, you know, make it even or anything. It just, it just zips through. It doesn't care. And same thing with the chest. Eventually. It goes through pretty quick. Oh, there we go. So it is pretty quick, and it works by, this is insert into the top side. So I can tell it to insert into the south side, which in a case like that, it would have ended up just dumping it all into the chest, because the barrels can't take it from any other side but the top. North side, east side, west side, anywhere. So this should filter through them all and basically just pick whatever damn side it can fit in, which is kind of neat. And then those, you know, left click, right click, you can adjust what slot. That would only be really for chests or other inventory, but it would work well for, say, a turtle that you want to, say, put books into. And you want to put them into, say, specifically slot 16. Who knows? You know, there might be a use for that sometime. You could do that. You can also extract. Extract from bottom. So this is going to go through and just start pulling shit out in the exact same fashion that it did previously with the inserting. So again, we're extracting from the bottom, and that'll happily go about its business. Insert, extract, just kind of fuck with it here. So I'll let it do its thing. So now, what if you just wanted it to put it in the first available inventory slot? Fill that up completely. Well, that would be, I made a bunch of these. That would be the thoroughness. Let's get rid of that. So you just, I think it's shift right click, and now you've got this. Thoroughness, always finish serving machines. So we will insert into the top. So now it's going to fill up the machine. Or basically it'll fill up the inventory. It doesn't really care what it is. It's an inventory. And it dumps it in. Now, it's supposed to dump it in one at a time. But now I can take it out. Simple. And then you press delete to remove it. So that was the thoroughness. Now, for the bandwidth upgrade, this one's quite neat. Let's pop that in there. And boom. Full stack at a time. This tells you right there, bandwidth, move stacks at a time. So if you need to move quickly, that is the upgrade that you want. We did the thoroughness. Speed. Let's remove that. And that is not how you put it in. There we go. So now we've got a speed. No delay. So it just goes. That's interesting. I'm not sure if that's a bug or intended behavior. See, that's what it's supposed to do. That was interesting. I've never noticed that before. Mostly because I've never dealt with the upgrades at all. Let's get rid of this. Don't really need this many barrels at this point. I think I've made my point. Get rid of those. So we'll just deal with 4. So that should do that. Okay. Pull that out. And let's put the speed in. Okay. That must have been just a bug. It was probably keeping the residual. But see, now it's going exactly the same speed, whether there was 1 or more. Which is quite cool. Now, I don't think that the speed upgrade is of any use for... basically, speed and thoroughness don't really need to go together. Like, unless you have a massive amount... I guess they could. If you're using this as like a sorting system, then yes, that would work out. Now, this machine filter and item filter, like, so these ones here, we haven't gotten to the ejector yet. So this is egg and, you know, blaze powder and dark iron. Nothing too expensive about that. You know, soul sand and dark iron. Get a recurring theme with pretty much all the factorization stuff. You know, this one's really weird. You know, your speed boost uses sugar and cake. This is one of the most complex ones next to the filters. This ejector I actually have never played with. I don't know anything about it. So let's actually do this now. Let's do an ejector. So this ejects to bottom. Okay. I think I get it. All right. I gotta figure out which way is south. Where is... So that's west. West. Extract from bottom, eject to west. Okay. So that... I'm confused on. Into top. Why is that extracting? Oh, because it's joined. And we will insert. Yeah, because that's joined to it. Oop. A little overzealous. Yeah, so I'm not sure what the ejector does. Unless it's a pipe thing. Let's get rid of that. It might be an interaction with pipes. Let's do an extract. Extract from bottom. And eject to west. Don't know what ejector does. Seems useless to me. So I think I'm going to have to figure out what that ejector does. And I will be back when I have done so. Okay, and I'm back. So, not entirely sure what was going on there. Let me get rid of that. But I have worked it out. Not sure if it was just, it was bugged out, or if I had it in the wrong order, or if I was just totally fucked up. But, essentially, well, actually no, I know what was wrong there. It was the stuff I did off camera that I don't know what the hell was wrong. Essentially, what it is it puts the router into two modes. So, this we're familiar with. You know, we extract from the bottom sides, but you need to have the machine filter, which allows you to filter by machine. It's pretty self-explanatory, actually. So right now I've got it set to the barrel. We're extracting from the bottom sides of the barrel, and we're ejecting to the top, which is the top of this. So if I do that, and that, so it's going to suck all of this crap out and dump it into there. Simple enough, eh? It's probably one of the more complicated setups. And what I had to do to get this to work is I had to put in the machine filter first and then set it to eject to the top. I'm not sure if that's really needed or if I was just running into a little quirk, because I just broke this and replaced it. It was similar to what I had before with the thoroughness, where it didn't remove the thoroughness when I actually removed the thoroughness. So I am going to call that a bug, but not detrimental. So that's it. That's what that did. So for now, I'm just going to break them whenever I need to remove and replace. So that was the ejector. So let's get rid of it. That was actually the ejector and the machine filter. So let's hit up the item filter. So that one's the same. And this is where we end up being kind of like a gold pipe. So we'll go insert into top side. Do that and that. So if we put that in, it's going to do that. I should have put the thoroughness. There we go. Why am I hearing a goddamn chicken? There should not be a chicken in here. Unless my pig is making... No, you're making a pig sound. Chicken? Chicken? I see no chicken. I might be going completely insane. Alright. So let's... Did I get the... Yeah, I did get the thoroughness. Okay. So, plunk that in. It's not being very thoroughness, to be honest. It's kind of annoying. So, that was that. And that works. So now that's going to do nothing. It's just going to hold on to it forever because it's set to only deal with those guys. Now, I'm not sure if you could combine the machine filter with the item filter. I would assume you could, but I'm not sure. Not sure at all. So I hope that explained these routers. So, router recipe, item filter recipe. So, pretty simple except for that thing. Machine filter recipe, silver, dark iron, book. Nothing too spectacular about any of these. Like piston, pressure plate, wood. Oh, you can use the tower planks. That's pretty cool. The hardest thing is this logic matrix, which logic matrix programmer, those are easy to come by. They're pretty much in every damn dungeon known to man. But the logic matrix itself is what? And this is my problem with factorization. It doesn't explain what the fuck is going on anywhere. Like, okay, so Inverium, simple enough. I get it. That's simple. And crystallizer, you know, not hard to find that one out. Stone, okay. Water, I get it. Doesn't get used up. It's a little weird, but whatever. That's cool. So, sure. Get your crystallizer. Oh, and it's just a cauldron, a string, and a stick. Very, very simple. Right? Seems so. But it kind of seems like it needed power, which you can clearly see the setup I've got here. All the forum says about it is it needs, I think it was five mirrors. It didn't say it needs factorization power and with at least 5 mirrors. No, it didn't say it needed a heater. No, it just said it needed 5 mirrors. That doesn't tell you anything. So I was revisiting the grinder. If you recall some of the earlier episodes, I made a frickin' grinder. Actually, I'm not sure if I ever did that on camera. No, I don't think I did that on camera. My first foray into factorization, which kind of made me hate it. And it's kind of the reason why I have 2 batteries. Everything just says you need 12 mirrors to run something. So what I did is I grabbed the mirrors and I put 5 along, and I took this and I plunked it down. All right. Nothing happened. It was just sitting there, doing nothing, happily doing nothing. And I'm like, okay, what the fuck? And after a bit of research, I learned it needs a heater, which the heater has no inventory. Actually, sorry, that was a lark. We were looking through NEI, and Dweebish actually discovered that he found the heater, and he's like, well, maybe a heater? So he built 5 heaters. Meanwhile, I was just raging about how annoyed I was with factorization. And as soon as the heater was mentioned, I'm like, okay, this is going to need fucking power. So I broke out my solar turbine and my solar panels that I had built and plunked them up here, which I had actually been intending to do for a while. I made a fuck ton of you know, solar panels. Set this up here. So I'll explain briefly what I've got here. So mirrors are easy. It's just reflective mirror, silver, wrapping around a piece of glass. Fairly expensive, but not too bad as far as things go. This turbine solar turbine apparently has no recipe. There it goes. Oh, no. Has a use. Apparently you can turn that into a motor. Oh, steam turbine. But no solar turbine. Did they take out the solar turbine? Oh, yeah. Read it. It's deprecated for solar boilers and steam turbines. Okay, well, you can't make these anymore. Whatever. I'll probably turn it into like a converter or something. But basically, this guy here, you need an infinite water source. So your infinite water spring underneath it. And what it does is it sucks it up and spins and produces factorization power. Do I have? I do not have. That's all there is to it. The more mirrors you have, the more power it'll produce. So if we go down here, let's do all these little multimeter things. Hopefully someone makes a mod that combines, you know, the volt meter, the EU meter, the MJ meter, and the charge meter, kind of like the Omni tool. So it tells you, you know, its charge is 161 out of 1681. I don't know what that means. Conductors are 11. That's how many items are on the network. So there. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then this guy counts as 11. I'm pretty sure this doesn't count. And then the power is 53. This is, storage is 100%, 100%. And this doesn't have any storage. So this is how much power it produces. Oop. I keep trying to get rid of that because I always expect another menu to pop up. But yeah, that is how this works. I'll probably have to get a steam turbine going, I guess. And then I'll just turn that into something else because this is deprecated. This is just lead wire. It's used everywhere. Lead wire. 3 pieces of lead. Makes 8 of them. Not too bad. And that just runs over to here. Then you need the heater, which is used to heat this up. And you plop the inverium stone in. It says on the wiki that if you put these in, or is it? It's not on the wiki. Crystallizer. It's not what I wanted. Want this. So extra copies of this can be added to the other slots to increase yield. It doesn't. It doesn't at all. It uses 1, produces 1. That is all. At least that's as far as I could tell. Now, one thing that is cool is right now you can kind of see on the bottom of that string, right by where my crosshair is, it's just this tiny little thing. As this progress goes, which takes a fucking long ass time, I swear it's like 20 minutes. And I didn't actually count it. It's just, it annoyed me. Yeah, it takes forever. But as it goes, you can see that growing. And that turns into your logic matrix, which then you throw in with a spider eye and the logic matrix programmer, and then you get the programmed logic matrix, and you can make all the other crap that uses it. This Inverium drop is made with 4 lead, 4 gold, and a diamond. Not too bad. So we'll let that do its thing, and you can see here the turbine is turbining. So factorization is kind of cool, but it frustrates me based on the complete and utter lack of information that it has. Like, there is no fucking information at all. So let us head over here and figure out what we need to do with this. So I've actually got a router in here. This is the first and only time I've used a router. Right there. It has no upgrade. Oh, no, it has speed and thoroughness. Never mind. I lied. It has speed and thoroughness, which didn't work, actually. I should probably break it and reset it, because it didn't seem to do what I wanted it to do. How are you guys doing? You're done? Always looks full from the top. Oh, what the fuck? Where did all of my goop go? What the shit? This thing was like half full the last time I was here. And there's apparently water over there. What the hell happened? I never use this stupid thing. Boop. You can go up there. What the hell happened to all of my bee gunk? I'm pretty much the only one that uses this shit. So it's a little bit confusing that it's all gone. I don't really care if someone was using it, but I do care if it farted out from the update. That's annoying as shit. Anyway. So, let's do that. Oh, it was already on. So now, what would be the best way to do this? Oop. I'm actually thinking... just take that off. Take that off. Get rid of you. Get rid of all that. And where'd it go? Smooth, 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 smooth. No. Alright. And then... did I get rid of my... I hope I didn't get... yeah, okay. Yeah, and there's my 8 logic matrix. So what I want is that and that. And let's just move you along. And down. Okay. And I'm gonna want an ejector. Machine filter. I don't need a thoroughness. And let's do a speed upgrade. Do I need... fuck it. Let's do a bandwidth upgrade as well. So let's do the machine filter first. Then the ejector, bandwidth, and speed. So we will extract from anywhere. From the ender chest. Speed boost, bandwidth, and eject to bottom. Alright. So now all we need to do is test it. And conveniently, I should have a bunch of bees that are of no use because their queens have all fucked off. Nice. And where the hell are they? It took them all out. And what is all, like, those guys are connected to that, but I'm curious what the hell is going on with this. Would it have thrown it in any... So I don't know if it counts like the pipes as touching. That's mildly annoying. Oh. And apparently I'm not sucking out. Is that good? Yeah, okay. That's good. Okay, so I have no friggin' idea what the hell is going on here. That is not filling up. Why is that not filling up? I am going to turn you off. Did you guys join? You guys joined. I didn't want you guys to join. So this is why I have you separate. Hmm? wish I knew what the hell was going on here. This is mucked up. There is something seriously fucked up going on here. You can go up there. I don't know what the shit happened to all the bees that were in there. It stuck one stack in there and did nothing else. That one's pretty much gone. That is all princesses, as it should be. I've pretty much checked every inventory I've got here. No, no. No, no. Technically, that didn't have an inventory. What the shit? So I think I just lost a fuck ton of bees. Because I have no idea. Let's just extract from top sides. Yeah, that's just gone. In the ender chest, eject to bottom. What the fucking hell? If anybody's got any ideas on what the fuck is going on with this, definitely let me know, because this is confusing the crap out of me. Like, all of my goo is gone. I don't like losing goo. I like keeping my goo. So if someone can tell me where my goo is, great. If someone can tell me where the hell this shit is going, great. Check to bottom. Like, is this a problem with the gene pool? Or what? I don't understand. Anyway, I'm actually going to leave it here. Definitely let me know what you guys think is going on, and I'll happily investigate, but I am at a complete friggin' loss. So anyway, thank you all for watching. Hopefully this explained a fair amount, and we will see you next time on Feed the Beast. Take care.